we doing today? Are we ready for stream? It's critique day. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Okay. All right. Well, welcome. New and old, welcome to stream. Today's a critique stream day, which means I'm going to be going through stuff that has been submitted on the Discord for critique specifically. If you want to submit your own art, you're welcome to do so. You gotta join the Discord. There's a channel called Art Critiques. Please make sure you include information on what you want to be talked about on stream. That way, I actually get to what you want feedback on. And I know people, don't want feedback on certain things and do on others. So definitely help specify. We go in order of posting, so if you post it today, it probably won't be talked about today, but it will be talked about at some point. So keep that in mind. There's quite a bit posted in the server, so I don't know how much I'm going to get to today, so it's a hit or miss. Yeah. So if you want to follow along, you can go onto the Art Critique channel on the Discord and scroll all the way to the top of the channel, and you can see what's been posted, and you can follow right along. You can submit more than one thing as well. I would just separate them into different posts. So if you want to submit more than one thing, just don't put multiple pictures in the same post, because it makes my life easier. Okay. We're just gonna head right into this. You guys ready for this? I'm ready. I'm excited. Alright. Let's do this. Okay. So first, we have Coco. Coco is a reoccurring name on this channel. We have this cool art from them. Made a little bigger. I'm gonna read what they wrote. Here's a fan art of Project Millie's Torino. I gotta look this up. I like getting the reference if it's a fan art. Well, what is Project Millie? I don't know what this is. Cool character. But I don't really know. What is Project Millie? They're cool looking. Okay, what else? I think it's one of the best drawings I made last year. I'd like to get general feedback because I do like it, but I felt like my digital paintings are missing something, both in composition and rendering. Okay. Composition and rendering. Got that. We got that. Alright. Let me pull up a picture of this character. Is it anime? Oh, it's a band. Oh, it's a music project. Looks like a music project. Okay. Well, I have the character. That's a tiny picture of them. Do I have any, non-tiny pictures? Well, that's not a full body. That doesn't help me. What's this one? Oh, that's... I don't know if this is fan art or not, but this seems helpful. Oh, well. Alright, I got a couple reference pictures of this character. Alright, references locked and loaded. So, what'd they say? Composition, rendering. Alright. Oh, I just realized I did not mean to do that. Well, let's check the scale. Yeah. So I think something that can really help your composition even is the lighting. It's like if you want to have like a generic plain background, there's nothing really wrong with that. But then I think the lighting is going to have to play a bigger role in your composition if you're to compensate for the lack of stuff in the background. Something that could be really cool is like creating a light source like from an object in the scene. So like the this halo, I feel like could be very glowy, and I mean even here like the eye is glowing. You know, the like even the pant legs are glowing on these references, right? These little like the markings on the neck are glowing in this reference. So having like things that are glowing will help, because I think right now when we look at it gray, it's all pretty dark. So let's see if we can pull out some lights in this bad boy and make it feel a little more, you know? Alright. So, let me get me a brush. Let's get me I'll like use a color that's in here. Yeah, the hair does blend with the background. Yeah, I think lighting is really going to help this bad boy. What are some things that can be lit? We have like, we have these like things, the little markings on the neck. Even like the tears can glow. I feel like that'd be cool. Like a brighter tears. I don't know. Something about that looks cool. I'm just gonna start by lighting it first, and then we'll light up the rest of it. I don't want to go too light. I feel like even this bad boy become brighter. Someone says increasing the saturation. Yeah, the hair color on this reference is more of a like a green. I wonder if we can do that. It's gonna be hard to select just the hair, isn't it? I wish there was like a select by color section. Alright, there already. Nah, that's not working. What if I have an idea. Just gonna do a mask instead. So much easier. so let's make the hair a little more green to relate to I think it's a little more like a forest green, right? Sorry, I just had to mask it out. Oh, that's too bright. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're getting there. Oh, there was so much in the chat. Sorry, I was masking. What did I miss? Lighting, saturation, character from the background, skin too. Oh yeah, we can up the skin too. Oh, welcome, super free. Wow, I missed a lot of chat. Yeah, we can do another layer of skin adjustment. I can separate them though. I think it's best to keep them on their own layers. I'll do the same thing. Oh, I didn't even change anything yet. Oh, hold on. Let me make it way different first. I know it'll look weird. Hold on. I just gotta mask it. It'll look fine when I'm done. Am I glitchy? Oh gosh. This happened last time, and I don't have everything open this time. Oh, why am I glitchy? Maybe I have to update my computer. Because last stream I was glitchy as well. Sorry about the lag. I think I gotta update my whole computer because it's been doing this multiple times, which is fun. I love when that happens. Anyway, hopefully I don't keep lagging. Alright. Okay, now that we got the colors a little closer to the original, the next step. I mean, already the blue background and the green are very separate now. Which is I think what we want, just having the green hair versus the blue hair. I don't know, it might be a little more teal than pure green, but okay, I'm gonna add lighting now. Okay, I already started. Okay. So I already was like kind of doing it. Lighting up some of this a little bit more. Like stuff on the body. Now, let's see what happens if we affect the lighting on the rest of the body related to it. So we have like the halo, right? to more of a darker darks, like we always suggest. You know, you got your light lights, you need your dark darks. Push them darks darker. Messy, but you know, gets the idea there. Let me not make it normal. Let's do. I like overlay. I'm a big overlay fan. All right. What we can even do, I might add a brightness layer and just brighten the body up a bit in general, if it lets me. Hello? Why won't it let me add a layer? Brightness and contrast. Oh my god, am I lagging that bad? Oh my god, it was so delayed. It made like 5 layers. Oh my gosh, I did not want to do that. Okay, hold on. I have goofed. Okay. Okay. What was that? More colors so the highlights and shadow look cool. Yeah, using like not natural colors is a really good way to boost. I'm boosting the contrast a bit. Yeah, that's a great way. Like using like like just straight up using purple for your color, for your shadow and stuff, or like the blues and the greens. That's a really nice way to make it a little varied. Okay, I think I've done a lot to this. So let's summarize, I think. I might want to actually. I want to darken the background actually. Hold on. like I've done a lot of changing. Just a lot of color changing. Their skin is darker, right? Yeah, their skin is way darker. Okay. And then this is I am very laggy right now. My computer is struggling. I think I gotta update everything. Love when this happens. Alright, well, I could do this forever. Alright, so it was just a lot of like boosting the color contrast in the shadows. That is how, you know, the change is made. And let's look at the before and after. So here's the new, and then here's the old. I mean, I pushed it like crazy far. You do not have to go as far as I pushed it. But yeah, I think the base colors too were off from this character. So definitely watch your base colors. But I like it. I mean, you're very good at painting. I like your stuff a lot, Crow. You always make good stuff. Crow. Coco. Wrong C person. I always like Coco's stuff. And I've seen some really good stuff from them lately where they're really pushing their shadows. So I think they're on the right track. Keep it up. Proud of you. Alright. Yay, that's the first one. Let me figure out what's going on. Let's see if I have other things I can close. I have all my... Alright, hold on. I have homework that's open. I don't know if I can close it, though. I need it. What the heck is open? I need most of these applications. Did I make it any better? Is it any better, guys? Oh, I don't like closing all this. I have to close some of my other tabs. was tabbed. Okay. That's okay. How are we faring? Is it any better? I might have to restart stream. I don't want to do that. Why is my internet so bad? Wait. Well, this is doing its thing. Alright, let's move on. If I get laggy, I get laggy. Alright. I'll try to update my computer before the monthly challenge stream. So, next we have art from Squishery. Put the art up. They also gave a picture of their reference photo, which I'm very glad they did. That helps me a lot. Thank you. Unfortunately, guys, there's just gonna be lag. I can't fix it. Unless I literally turn my entire computer off and on again. So if I update my computer, it's gonna take like 30 minutes, and then there will be no stream. So it's either lag or no stream. So you know. Looks like I have poor internet connection. Wouldn't be surprised to me. What's new? Okay. Oh, thank you for follow. Can't save my tabs and then close them? Save them? I have so many bookmarks. I'm not bookmarking my 5 different Google Docs for all my different work. I'll just close them and reopen them. It's pointless. They're not even that heavy. It's just Google Docs. I think I just need to boot up my whole computer. Okay, let's do this. I've been staring at it. What does it say? So Squishery wants a critique on this. It was their 3rd attempt at realism, so they're not sure what they're doing. Okay, no problem. Let's take a peek at your reference and what we got. Alright. So even if I grayscale this photo, like, you can already see, like, just how light this face gets comparative to how light and how dark the drawing gets. So I think what I think is this is going to have a similar thing to the last one, where we got to push these shadows more. So let's see what we can do. So this is grayscaling, so I'm going to keep it gray. But if I were, I'm going to I'm going to do like a little value chart on this thing here. So like we have our darkest darks here and here, and then like in the hand, right? The chin, we have here below the eyeball, got below the nose, right? The lightest lights, right? We got the lights here, Yes, yes. Beautiful. Lights, 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 lights. Darks. Right. This was light. And then there's like a mid. Everything else is like the mid tone, I guess you could say. But like even with that, like you can start understanding the structure. So if you guys are using a reference like this, I always highly suggest tracing the reference directly first as like a way to understand it. And that doesn't mean like straight up outlining. Like don't go in and start like tracing around the eyes and getting the shape and like that kind of tracing. No, I mean like if you start going like this and it's like that's nah. Kind of what I just did where you like block it out more. That is going to that's going to help you more. I can't think today. I'm sorry. So, with that in mind, let's see how we can apply that to your piece in the same way. Where we push your darkest darks and your lightest lights even more. So again, we have like here below the nose. It's gonna be darker down here, and then you add the extra part of the even these I feel like even these feathers can get pushed more, and then here too, push those darks. It also looks like you rendered only one hand. What happened? This left hand looks so good, and then you just like gave up. Why'd we stop? You were so close. Finish it. Finish the piece. Even these like these feathers definitely should get more, push too. I know I'm kind of just outlining right now, but same old, same old. And then again with the lights, like, don't be afraid to go lighter. Lights. Lights, 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 lights. Give me the lights. Give it to me. Rah. Oh, wrong one. That was white. I meant black. Whoopsie. You're definitely gonna have to do a lot of guessing on the clothes because the colors are different. She's wearing like pure black in your reference photo, and your character is wearing white. But lighting still applies on the clothes too. So definitely think about the way the light hits the fabric a little more. If you look really, really close, you can see shadow differences even in black clothes. Um, they're not as obvious because the clothes are darker, but they are there. So, you know, they exist. Okay, I'm kind of just at this point adding more, but as this is like your first real realism attempt, I'm like very impressed. This is very, very good. So congratulations on really getting the realism down. The next step is to just now work on like getting the shading to like be pushed more, which is a constant thing to work on. I work on it all the time too. It's not easy to do, but I think you have a really good starting point here. I think you kind of really got a good grasp on the facial structure. The next step is now to like shade it, you know. Okay, let's look at the difference. Yeah, so we have the new one, and then there's our old one. Yeah, it's just like a lot of. Mine's rough. Mine are always going to be rough during this thing, but you know, it's still got the same like the pushing of the shadows. You could probably even go darker in some places, but I think you're on the right track, and I think you should do more realism. Oh, it's your third attempt at realism. This is very impressive for your third attempt at realism. So do more attempts because you're on the right track. Keep it up. There's potential here for like perfection. Okay. Huzzah. Let's move on, guys. All right. So next, we have Crow. I think Crow is here. Congrats. Welcome. Here is the art. What does it say? Okay. This is Ashley. I'd like some feedback about her design. I'm aiming for a Y2K fashion aesthetic. And she is a killer. Like, killer kind. Yeah. Think Elle Woods, but she murders people. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. It's cute. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's get some good, like, fashion of the Y2K era. I was alive then. It was a weird, weird time. Oh my god, I just looked it up. Oh, these outfits bring, like, war flashbacks. Oh my god, all those teen fashion magazines were, like, full of this stuff. Oh my gosh. Everybody looks like, for some reason, during this era, everyone kind of looks a little, like, greasy. Why? Why did everyone look greasy? Okay, here's some pictures. It's an odd era of fashion. I got the Beyonce pictures. Oh my god, look at these pictures. Gosh, this is such teen magazine. Oh my gosh, I'm getting flashbacks. No. pictures are too modern. That's not Y2K. The photo, like, I'll know it's actually Y2K when the photo itself looks, like, blown out. Like, someone abused the flash on their camera. That's when you know it's really Y2K. I think this is enough. Okay. So, let's make us a list of what we're noticing about this era. Okay. So, common things. I'll put it over here because I am a righty, so. We got lots of crop tops. That's a common. A lot of crop tops. A lot of jeans. Lots of jeans that are very, very low cut. As in, like, I'm seeing a thong coming out of that jean. There is too much being shown. The world's smallest zipper. There's just a lot of belly. Just a lot of belly button. What, like, it doesn't even need to be a crop top. It could just be a weird shirt that shows your belly button. There's just a lot of belly button. Oh, you got a lot of Britney inspo. Britney is an icon for this era, let me tell you. Let's see. Lots of... What else? Scarves was big, was it? Kind of, like, tiny. Like the thin scarves. Small bags. Very small bags. Small bags. Like this little. Got. What else? There's like always like some. It's like a belt, but it does nothing. Like a belt that doesn't do anything. So a belt that is there just to be fashionable. We got like pointy heels. Oh no, I'm lagging. Oh no, I'm just using white. Okay. Oh, I got the lag. I got the lag going. Love that. Like the toe that like goes like wah and hurts your foot to wear. What are the jeans are like the flare jeans, right? They flare. Like they're not skinny jeans. They have like the big opening at the bottom. I'm not seeing a lot of skirts here. Let me see if I can find any more like dress or skirts. Well, I see someone wearing a jean skirt. Literally on point. Wow, we loved the jeans, didn't we? Yeah, that's like not Y2K. Is that a jumpsuit? Love it. Let's look up Britney Spears. Oh, her iconic snake outfit. Love that for her. Oh, I see a skirt over jeans. I saw a skirt over jeans. That is iconic. Look at this. Like, damn. Like here. That's, listen. Hey. Wow, they just really wanted to wear jeans, huh? That's so funny. I'm putting this here. Okay, so I think what I'm getting is jeans, bellies, useless accessories that like literally do nothing, and like the thinnest heel imaginable. So I think with your characters already pretty close. I think your shirt works fine. I would love it if your skirt became a jean skirt. I think that would be funny. And then if your belt that she's wearing, I guess that maybe just be part of the thing. But I would, yeah, give her something that is absolutely like an accessory that is supposed to be a belt but does nothing. A useless accessory. And then instead of these like pumped shoes, it's more of that like really thin pointy heel that I'm seeing a lot of people wear. I feel like these like pumps were not as popular at the time. This became more popular in the 2000s, I think, or not 2000s, the 2010s. But yeah, so like more like those thin heels. I feel as though would match that vibe more. As for the long socks, I don't know if that is a common occurrence. Yeah. Especially if she's gonna wear the heels, she'll probably just have no socks because it would be interesting to wear socks with those kind of shoes. Let's see if I can find more skirt outfits. I literally looked up Y2K skirt and they're like all jean skirts. This is insane. Why are they all jean skirts? Oh, look, that one has a useless belt. This is so funny. Give me the full outfit. Like, show me the top to head to toe. That's not the toe. Oh, someone's wearing tights. That could be better. Instead of like the socks, it could be tights. That way you can still have it, like wearing that, and it would make more sense to wear it with those shoes. These are not Y2K outfits that I'm looking at. Yeah, I found this, like, this one definitely. Like this one. This one. We got the tights going on here. I feel like that's a good vibe. Yeah. One thing, I know, it could also just be how you lit this, but I'd like to see like bright colors on her. Like we got like the brightest greens, the brightest pinks, the brightest blues. Like people were wearing the neons and then they were wearing the natural color. It was like one or the other. It's like a mixture. There was a lot of neons going on here. So I think neons. So I think like with this in mind, you are on a good track. But now you just gotta like push it even more for this design. Yeah, I mean I've seen drawings of her. You draw her a lot. I feel like this is also the type of character that you could like change her outfit constantly. Like I know there's always like that one outfit that everyone's always like stuck to, but like you don't have to. Like you don't have to. You don't have to keep drawing the character in the same outfit every single time. Like maybe just for a reference you do, but like there's no rules of character designs that says like they're not allowed to change outfits. Usually the only reason people don't change outfits is because it's easier, like in animation, they just draw them in the same thing every episode, because otherwise they'd have to make a new character sheet for every single time a character's outfit changes. But you're not making an animation, so why not just like dress her up? She feels like the type of character who would dress up a lot. So like why not change her outfit every now and then for the fun of it? She feels fashionable, let her be fashionable. You know, nothing wrong with that. I think you'll have fun if you like find like make a Pinterest board of a bunch of outfits you like and just draw her in a bunch of them. Like do it. Like she'll have fun. She's your little like dress up doll. Yeah, you know. It's fun to dress characters up. I like drawing my characters in outfits they don't normally wear. It's fun. I like outfits. I like when my characters are fashionable because I myself am not very fashionable. So I just make my characters fashionable for me. She's fun. I like her. But yeah, dress her up. Have like a little dress up party with her. It'll be cute. And I think that also will help you like decide what you like drawing her in more and what you don't. Like by putting different outfits on her, you can kind of get a vibe of like what works with her more or not. Literally all I've been thinking about, it's like literally it, but I know I just brought up animation, but I've been watching it so much. One Piece, they change their outfits every arc, and then every movie, and then like they're constantly wearing new outfits. So like even animation does change their outfits. So like it's nothing wrong with doing that. There's like a default outfit usually, but like dress her up. Have some fun with her. She's a fashion icon. Alright. Cool. Let's move to the next one. Alright, we have... This is from Idia. I hope I said that right. Got some blood on this. Bad boy. Ooh, I am very zoomed. Okay, coloring and the background composition. Mostly coloring. It was their first drawing black background. Ooh, okay, backgrounds. I see you, I feel you. Okay. Something that's super helpful for backgrounds, and it's kind of something you were doing a little bit, but it's to blur it. So to make the foreground more of the important part, if we blur what's going on in the background, it brings way more attention to the foreground, and it also will be very helpful when you do exactly what you did, where you like don't render the background, which is totally fine, especially if you're going to blur it. There is no need to render something that you're going to blur. So if you just kind of basically render it the way you did and then you blur it, no one will ever know that you never fully rendered it. You know? And then things that are like farther away, like let me blur the box just a baby bit and then remove it and then blur the rest. Like the closer it is, the less blur it'll have. So already, like, it doesn't matter that the thing in the background wasn't finished, because no one's gonna know. Cool. What else? Coloring. My biggest thing is I think you are not putting any lights anywhere. Like your darks are good, but then you also need light. Opposite of your darks. So like just like how you have like your layers of darks, like I need, you know, it doesn't have to be super shiny, but some light somewhere. Oh, what did I do? I didn't mean to click that. Oh, well. Like you have a tiny bit on the lip, but I feel like you can do more than that. Definitely, because you have a very realism vibe going on to your art style. Like it's like semi-realism. So I would definitely study like the lighting on an actual face, because you'll get a good understanding of like cheekbones and stuff like that, and like what should be dark and where it should be dark and when it should be dark and yada yada yada, all that jazz, all that fun stuff. Like even this rope I feel like is lacking on a light. textures. I like how you do the screen tones. Those are cool. I just want more. I want more from you. I always do say that. That's like always my feedback. Give me more. You know, like push it more. I think in general we're always, as artists, we're afraid to like push it out of our comfort zone because you're like, you don't know if it's gonna make it look bad. But the wonders of digital is you can always erase or undo or put it on a different layer, and if it looks terrible, you delete the whole layer. Like I think digital is a great medium for this kind of experimentation because it's so easy to just delete and like get rid of things when you don't like it. Like unlike, you know, traditional painting, if you mess up on painting, you have to like paint the whole thing over again, right? With digital, you just like delete a layer and it's like it never happened. So I feel like there's a lot of leeway you can get away with in digital that you can't traditionally, and I think that that's a really good thing, and more people should be willing to like push themselves because of digital. I don't know, does anyone feel that way? I don't know if we have people in chat who feel differently, but I think there's a lot more experimentation can be done digitally in an easy manner than can be done you know, without you being scared of it. I think a lot of artists are just scared of the new stuff, and you know, messing up your watercolors is impossible to fix, you know, versus, you know, your digital. I'm just using the colors you used just to bring out some more lights. Even this, like, I feel like your shirt can even like give me some more lights. I don't really know where your light source is. I'm kind of just winging it. I think it's like at the front, kind of. You're taught to be careful undoing too much detail. Yeah, but I don't think lighting is detail. Right? Practicing your lighting skills. Even this drawing is not that detailed at all. They have very, like, it's actually more cell shaded than painted. I think the problem with the detail is there's nothing wrong with detail. It becomes a problem when you can't understand what's going on anymore. Because sometimes too much detail overwhelms you. And when you do a full scene like this one, like I was talking about blurring the background, it's like totally okay to not render the background because you're going to blur it. No one's going to see it, right? So, like, what was I saying? Like, you're doing a full scene, and the subject matter, which is this person, is, like, what we want to be looking at, right? If I was to make, like, a highly detailed background alongside this person, then no one's gonna... It's not gonna put our eye line towards the person anymore. Now the background is what's important. Or everything has equal importance. So it's about learning how to, like, split the importance up. Knowing when it's good to have a lot of detail and when it's distracting, which is, again, takes a long time. You know. Oh yeah, it's okay if you guys are behind. Don't worry, that happens. I think it's better that way because then my stream doesn't lag as much. Okay. I don't think there's much else to do to this. I think it's just pushing out the lighting a little more and blurring your background. I think this is solid, especially because you said you're not used to doing... not used to doing backgrounds. Just checking the grays. Yeah, I mean, it could go a little darker here and there, but I think you have an art style. You know, there was discourse if digital art was real art. Of course there was. There's discourse about everything on the internet when it comes to art. There's always discourse in the art community online, except the discourse is always about things that the people online have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. It's like, y'all are making this up. You're making up a problem. Alright, so yeah. Old, new. Very simple. Some blurs, some lighting. Yeah, this is good. I like how you draw. You have a solid art style. Now it's just the next step is... I think your next step is backgrounds, because you're very good at the people part of it. Okay, so most likely this is going to be my last one, because I need to end stream by like 4:30, and it's 4:07. Yeah. Lots of detail in the background can work if you make the character simple. Yes and no, Coco. Yes, if the background is your focus point. No, if the character is the focal point. Because we're talking like composition. Like if you think about like let me bring up. I'm just gonna find a random Studio Ghibli background. Let me find one with character in it. That didn't work. None of these backgrounds have a person in them. Wow. That's wonderful. Well, I was gonna look at Studio Ghibli because their backgrounds are gorgeous. I'm just gonna pull one up. Oh, this is not even official. Give me an official freaking... I bring it up too because Ghibli uses gouache. They paint their backgrounds. So like this one, if you have your character in the scene, Ghibli has pretty simple looking characters, right? However, if we start looking at what's going on in the background, they're not painting every individual leaf. They're not painting, you know, every tree. This is like one, like these blobs, these trees are like one single blob right here. Like it's all the same color and it's just a blob, right? Even these leaves are just little textures, right? Even these trees are not like even, but here in the front, we have some more individual leaves, right? We have, the closer it is to us, the more highly individualized the leaves are, and they become more detailed, right? But the farther away they become, the less detail we start to see, right? And the more blurred everything comes together. But our eye still can interpret that that is a tree, right? Even though they're not drawing every individual leaf, we still can understand it as leaf, right? Even this building, right? It's got this cool pattern on it, but like back here, it's kind of like getting all mushy, right? It's not all perfect. You know? Oh, here's one with a character in it. This is what I wanted. It was a bit of a blurry picture, but I think the point still stands. Where these are like low-res pictures. Love that. But even here, like, we have the character here, right? But the character is not really the focal point of this composition. It's more so like the whole gazebo is the focal point. So it's totally fine that, like, they're tiny and, like, not fully in detail, right? The gazebo is what's important here. Here, the character is what's important. On this one, so on this one, the character is, like, composed, like, there's a big space, right, around it, but it's lighter around the character. But again, like, these leaves on the trees are not, they're like little shapes, right? So this is a detailed background, but it's still blurring what's far away. It's still like putting the focus on the character, and this is a simple character, right? Versus, say this person went in and painted every individual leaf in the distance, and like these rocks are like 2 colors, right? Like, what if they like highly detailed every single part of the rock, right? It would distract you from this person, right? Imagine if around this person they drew every single flower, right? That would be distracting, right? So that's why what I was saying, it's like okay to not draw everything, right? But it's also okay to draw everything. It's all dependent on what we're looking at. Like, all these flowers in the front are drawn, right? But then once they start getting farther away, they stop being drawn, right? Studio Ghibli is like next tier, and they paint these with gouache on them, so it's like hand painted, but that's a different thing. But point being is, like, your backgrounds need to work with your character in the composition. If you're going to have a simple character, then you can't over detail every aspect of the background, or else we're not going to be paying attention to the character anymore. Now, if you want us to not pay attention to the character, that's a different story. But it's all really what you're trying to get out of this scene. Okay, we have one more, because I have to leave soon. Alright, so we have this character here. I think we're doing character design again. I love talking the character design, baby. This is from Mars. So, feedback on the character design. This is a alien that I want to animate for something original. Wondering if you have feedback on this yellow fella. It's light themed, maintaining the cosmic style, and he needs a name. Okay, well, I don't know if I have any name suggestions. Alright. Bigger one. Shocked. I'm just reading some of this. Spear design. Papaya thingy. I have a thought. I'm gonna pull up a papaya. Hello, papaya. You've been studying composition lately? It's fast. Composition can make or break art pieces, and it's hard to do. I'm glad you're looking into it, though, because it's something I struggled to understand for the longest time. Once I started to storyboard, it kind of made more sense to me, because I had to think of it in like a film way. That's when it clicked to my brain. But it's hard to do. It's not easy to get right. Okay. So, I'm very aware of what this person's characters look like. They are all very similar shapes. And as someone who also has alien OCs, more variety. Now, this is hard to do when you are still stuck in one specific art style that only utilizes one shape. I was a circle user only for the longest of times, and you can see it in my art, because most of my art still has a little bit of that circle-esque going on, but there's now way more than just circles. But it's, in the heart of hearts, that's where I came from, so I still use circles quite often. But when it comes to aliens, they don't need to look human at all. At all. So it's how can you push this even more? And I liked this papaya word, because I think that using a fruit to design an alien is such an interesting idea. And if I take a peek at this shape, it's got a thin top and a wide bottom, right? I feel like that could be the shape of your alien, right? If we're going full papaya, it's tiny, right? He's got a tiny little head, and he's got a big body. I don't know. That's fun to me. I like that, right? And then you can still do the eye thing. Maybe his eyes are his whole face. I think that's fun. And then you have your lantern stuff, right? You could still do all these other things you're thinking of. But I think it would be so fun if you use the fruit itself to design the characters. And now, I know you have other characters within this realm. I don't know if they're the same race of alien. If they are the same race of alien, then you definitely need like something to unify them all, to make them look like the same race. Some rules. You need to make rules about the race. I have done that with my species before. I made like race species charts of like things they have to follow, like such as like the size of things. Like I have one species that hands always have to be a specific size, and like I have another one that like the differences between males and females and like things like that. Like making a species chart. I know a lot of furry artists do this all the time when they make their own species. So I'm sure furry artists out there could give you, if you look up like a chart, like a species reference sheet, I'm sure you'll find a lot of furry artist stuff, which is super helpful, honestly. Nothing wrong with that. Big fan, big fan of those species reference sheets. They're very helpful. But I think that's something you should try to do if these characters are all the same species. If they aren't, then I think you can have a free-for-all. It doesn't really matter. But if they are the same species, making a species chart. And I think the fruit thing is a cool idea that could be pushed into your other characters. So, like, if you have, like, an apple character, like, what would the shape of a character who's an apple look like? Or what would, like, I don't know, what would a banana character look like? Like, that would be fun. A banana character would be wild. You know? I don't know. I think fruit's cute. I think that's a fun, especially because fruit's natural. So, like, the shapes of fruit are very, like, organic. I feel like that could be a really fun way to do your character designs. Now, if you want to stick with the human body shape and the, like, circle head, then I guess I can give you some other ideas. But, like, my one idea is, like, the papaya is the character. Now, this is going to be a lot harder to do than just taking this character itself and changing some stuff, but I think it's a cool way to go. So one thing I want to do when we talk about character design, especially with shapes, silhouette is very important. So I'm going to take this guy out, and I cannot. Alright. There's a character in Fortnite who's a banana. Oh no, now I have to look it up. I'm interested. I don't really play Fortnite. I don't think I've ever played Fortnite. I have to look up the banana character. Alright, I just wanted to get their silhouette. So, okay, so, yeah, I think there's a lot of crowding happening here when I look at this silhouette. There's just, like... Also, if you're going to do a character sheet, I would make your whole character a little smaller so that you're not cropping important parts of their design off. So just squeeze your character smaller so you can fit their whole antenna onto the screen. These antennae, I think, are a cool idea, and if it's a continuous thing throughout the species, then it could play into the silhouette. What that means is, like, instead of just having it drape directly over the eyes, if you drape them in certain directions, right, they will form different meanings, right? Maybe you have some smaller ones, all right? Maybe you have, this is one of the species. If they drape really far, maybe they're, like, really far ahead, right? And there's a big gap. This is all part of that silhouette, right? We want to make it so that we can understand who this character is. from just the outline. And I think a lot of your characters have a very similar outfit and shape going on, so I think a lot of your characters probably look exactly the same when you put them into silhouettes. So how can you take the similarities and make them different? I think those antennae are a really cool way you can do so. Maybe even having one like go backwards. I don't know. Like those, you could play with these. Think of that. What was it, the Ants movie? Bug's Life? Like those ants are all just ants. They're just ants. But they're all they look different because like they have different antenna and different, structures and, whatever. At least the important ants, right? They have different shapes to their antenna, yada, yada, yada. Like the lady ants look different than the male ants. Can't believe I brought up Bug's Life. But, things like that. Like they can all be the same species but have those small differences that set them apart from one another. One thing I'm also curious about is this character's wearing a helmet, and in your reference here, without the helmet, their antenna touches the yellow head, the orange head. However, in your reference, where'd it go? Did they chop off their antenna? Right? So this bad boy, this should continue, right? And touch. And then you can just like make it a little, make it a little more invisible. Just make it lighter or something to show that it's like, there's a hole. Draw a little like line. So show there's a little hole that it's peeking out of, right? But it should be continuous. You shouldn't like have weird limbs cropping off just because the outfit design changed. Okay, you gotta be consistent with your characters. I like the big eyes. I wonder if you're gonna commit to big eyes. If you're gonna commit to big eyes, don't block them with the antenna. Alright, so like those two antenna, like I don't even know how this character sees with the bright lights in front of their face constantly. Like that, unless your character's blind, which honestly they might be. If their antenna are in front of their face like that feels like a blind character to me. But otherwise, move it out of their eyes. Make sure this character can see if they're not supposed to be blind. Imagine if everywhere you walked, you just had two flashlights shining in your eyeballs at all times. You would go blind. So, maybe that's part of the character. Now we're all thinking about the fruit ideas. I really think the fruit is a fun idea. I want to make some fruit characters now. That's fun. I don't know. Okay, that's all I got. Chat, anything else? I know you like your characters a lot. They're very well made for animation because they're simple. And I don't think you should lose your simplicity. I love the simplicity. I think you should just be able to push your simplicity for variety. So you can have simple character designs that look different from each other. And that's more than just their colors are different. And maybe they have a different outfit on, right? Like, even animation has same face syndrome. Like, we gotta push it more, right? How can we make your designs different? Okay. Alright, I think I said this was gonna be the last one. Because it's now almost 4:30, and I need to get ready to go. Cool. I had fun. And I think my stream stopped being super glitchy towards the end there. So, with that, we're coming to an end. Our next stream is going to be, probably, I'm gonna make, like, an actual stream, like a post, stream a picture so you guys can see it. But most likely the stream for the monthly challenge is going to have to be the 2nd of March, because I am not available at all on Fridays until like 9 p.m. and I'm not doing another 9 p.m. stream. So instead, I think I'm going to do the monthly challenge stream on the 2nd. That doesn't mean, you still shouldn't post on the 1st. I will probably post the I'm going to be posting the poll for the March challenge probably end of day today. So you can vote for the next month, and then I will probably post what March's challenge is going to be on March 1st, even though I'm not streaming, and then I will have the stream on March 2nd to announce the winners, just so you guys can like have that day, so it's not like you're missing a day. I will be updating my computer between now and then, so that hopefully it doesn't crash on us like this. This is the second stream it's been wonky, so maybe next stream will be better. And then also on that update, I'm going to include, like, on the little picture that says when the stream is going to be for March, I'm going to also include the day of this, the critique stream. So you'll have both you'll know way in advance when the critique stream is going to be, not just a week in advance. So you have time to post your art for it. If you've posted before, you are still welcome to post again. I'm actually running out of posts, so we're getting close to having like nothing to talk about on stream, which is sad. So please post more stuff for me to talk about on stream. Makes me better. I have to edit the highlights from these and post them on like TikTok, but I have had no time to edit anything. Don't bet on me doing it anytime soon. I have to post the monthly challenge stuff. I have not had time to edit anything. But February break is next week for schools, which means I have less work. If none of you know, I'm a teacher, so thank God. Maybe next week I'll have time to do some editing. So that will be nice. With that in mind, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you had a fun time. And I'll see you guys on March 2nd for the winners of the monthly challenge. Make sure you guys post your art for that if you haven't already. I'm excited. I've been seeing some awesome art for the challenge so far. So I'm excited to see what else there is. With that, I'm out of here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.